Tesca.
It's going to be Tesca at that because we're going to see the mirror match come up right now as we see Neeze has committed to it, realized this was the correct decision as we get into game number 1.
Boots in hand, Macheeete back to the same game plan that he has, the no active input side airs, but he's able to go in with the NSIG this time. At least he has some mix-ups on it.
It's kind of been the difference between the two, is that one of them has always gone for the input where the other one hasn't. Neeze has been pretty committed to going off stage where Macheeete says, no, I'm going to get my damage and see your defensive option after, and I'm going to cover it. And even though it has a little bit more base force to it, I'm just not going through. It's been working for Macheeete regardless.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a stronger neutral game from Macheeete, right? He's just trying to get this safe damage in. He's going to launch Neeze, and then he's back to his game plan. There's the side air off the downlight. And the fact of the matter is, Neeze was not able to open up Macheeete.
And Macheeete had the inaugural emote after the first one saying, I am the better of us two right now. Because as everybody already knows, if you win the mirror match, you must be the better main of the two, right? But this is one of those times where actually this category does come into play because it's the first official tournament we get to see this character.
Yeah, you got to claim your stake, right? Like, you got to say, this is my drip, and anyone who plays it is just trying to bite my style. But Neeze with the side air is going to maintain that stock tied status.
Incredible job. I cannot give enough credit to Neeze's play at the edge of the stage. It's pretty much why he beat Godly in that last set, and he's going to need that to happen again here. One thing Macheete's done incredible so far, like you said, is the grounded gameplay. He's winning neutral way more. He's almost always finding the neutral lights, and he's basically not letting Neeze jump in on him and get anything started.
Yeah, on the other side, Neeze is really looking for that tempo. He's not quite found it yet, but you can definitely see those shades of like, if I get this second hit, then I'm going to go for this third option, and maybe that can lead to more.
Looking for a landing right there. There's again, Macheeete barely ever goes up in the skies after him. He doesn't chase with Nair. He doesn't do anything. He just waits to try to get the end light. Just getting out of range of that, but there's Neeze's aggressive plays at a disadvantage have been really good up to these points. He's almost always finding that straight hit Sair.
Oh, but the side sig, he's going to whip to the left. He was in the center of the stage, so it kind of was the same whichever way he went, but the side air will finish off the stock, and Macheeete, trying to pick what weapon he wants, will be the boots.
My goodness, that Sair at ledge is just so good. You drop off, you put some fear in them, you make the potential thought that you might get caught by ground pound happen, and then you just hover right above it with that three-piece, and you got to take it. And Macheeete finally started to get pretty aggressive off of these plays now. First 2 ones, a little bit slow, now going in.
I know I keep harping on the non-active input side air, but I love that when he throws it in, it's like this little seasoning, this little sprinkling of the active input, and then he'll go for more. And that time, he got 5 hits in a row onto Neeze.
You gotta love it, just that extra bit that just makes the food taste that much better, and that food is phenomenal right now. But so far, Neeze trying to cook himself, and can he get that right now? He does at least get him on his way back down, so let's make this clear. Neeze had a couple really good early plays. He could still get back into this.
Yeah, he's still in the kitchen. He's still cooking, but right now it's Macheeete who is closer to getting that bun out of the oven. Neeze goes and hits the Nair, but he's not going to get more. Another Nair. Sidelight keeps Macheeete off stage, but Macheeete keeps getting back.
That attempt at the dare was indeed raw. It was not cooked. Instead, it's going to be Macheeete who gets game number 1. Phenomenal job up to that point. In Stock 3, he finally decided to say, all right, I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to teach you that I have a bit of sauce as well. But Neeze, I feel like as the game progressed, to look significantly better. So even though he lost that first game, I feel way better about him going into game 2.
Yeah, but either way, Neeze not feeling too great about it himself as he makes the swap over to the Hoonin for game number 2. Wants that range advantage. Said, you know what? Maybe you are the Tesca of the region, but I can be the Moonin or the Hoonin of the region.
Nobody saw it, but I had like the arm shucks moment when I saw this. I wanted to see that finish. But so, I mean, the Hoonin has been incredibly good regardless. We talked earlier about how everything that he's played today has looked good, but Macheete's Tesca has just looked that much better, forcing him to change his hand.
Yo, and Macheeete is just finding more and more momentum. He always has a slow start in game number 1, but game 2, he really comes out kicking and swinging. Doesn't get much. There's the side air. I thought Neeze was going to try to play that grounded game and control the center stage, but Macheeete he's just getting those hits.
He hasn't been able to. Every time he's made an attempt at it, it's been kind of hit out, but he has found enough straight hits to basically keep this an even game. Looking for the D-Light on the side and drops off stage, catching him slipping and finishes the job. So he doesn't need to do too much. He just needed to catch him one good time off stage.
Yeah, utilizing that range as well. Those down airs from the bow, throwing out that extended hitbox against Macheeete. Doesn't get caught by the side sig there. Would have been fatal, but avoids the weapon toss. Macheeete is too low, has to hit him with the recovery.
And now Macheeete just needs one solid Sarah at the ledge, which will get the job done right there. We said it before, it's such a good option on the side of the stage. It's got 3 active hits that you have to be careful of, and if you just jump right into it, you are going to get set packing.
Yeah, I mean, it's good because, like, if you do it as you're rising, right, you kind of basically stay in that same position. You're just putting this dangerous hitbox out there, but good movement from Macheeete. He throws out that recovery, catches the down sig as well, keeping Neeze on the corner. He's unarmed, goes low, but Macheeete has so much control here.
I remember in Winners Finals, we kept looking at it. He would never get the dodge read on that. It's like, okay, but what is he going to finally get when he gets it? Well, we just saw it. He got so much more reward out of that put Neeze right into KO windows, and he has refused to give up on his turn either.
It's been a while since Neeze has found a hit. He found that neutral air, but nothing else. This time, Macheeete not able to pick up the weapon spawn. This is an opportunity, but it looks like an opportunity for Macheeete as he gets a downlight recovery, and this lead keeps getting bigger.
That's a wrestler. He doesn't care whether he has the gauntlets on or not. He's still going to throw the hands, and Macheeete basically doesn't really care which one he has, but that D-Light's going to be really good. That just missed. That would have been so good for Neeze to even the game right up.
Yo, but the sweat beads means Macheete's got no jumps, and Neeze does find the KO there. I was hoping for Macheeete to do more off that side air. That was like one of those situations, you've got the stock advantage, you caught your opponent doing something goofy, go for a big play.
Yeah, I think it's just his reserve playstyle is kind of just pulled away anytime he wants to do that. But at some point, we want to see it. But Neeze, we mentioned it earlier, he has just those moments where he will just steal a stock away. You can't just shut him down. He will get back in, and that's majority of why he is sitting here in this grand finals. Granted, on the elimination side, as he has one more L to add to that, even though he got that first one, it's going to put him down here in game. Actually, no. That's 2 up in the lead.
Yep.
It's 2-0. I just saw that the score was backwards. Currently, now looking at 1 potential loss left for this EU finals.
Yeah, Macheeete is just, he's running away. He's put the shoes on, laced them up. He's even pumped them up like those old school shoes used to be. You like, gotta hit the tongues. But either way.
There's a huge generational gap of nobody knowing what you talk about.
What?
So, wait, look, okay, we'll go to like light ups, okay? He is running and they're lighting up, and you're the coolest kid in school right now. And he's about to have a trophy to run around that school with as well, because he's 1 game away, and the Qatars have now shown their face again, this time with the Ragnar attached. We saw the Zol counterpick before it from the Axe. The Axe did not work, so we'll see if it will work here for Neeze as we get into game number 3.
Honestly, I do think the Axe of Godly kind of worked, but then when he went to the cannon, that's when Neeze was like, all right, I'm just going to hit you now. So we'll see how well that works out. Neeze, on the other hand, he's got Qatars. I've seen people think that Qatars are really good into boots. I haven't seen evidence one way or the other personally, but we'll see right now how well it does because he's catching Macheeete.
Yeah, I feel like on paper, it definitely can be. I feel like if you see the end lights, you see any of the like punish windows, Qatars are going to get so much out of it. But I think nobody's been kind of like acclimated to the timing of what they need to right now to react to Macheeete on the boots yet. It could probably be a solution down the line, but so far Macheete's played around them.
Yeah, Macheeete playing very well for himself. Neeze did get some good damage, but now he's struggling to find that landing hit. He's out of movement as Macheete's got him on the corner, but Neeze gets the wall touch, goes for that fadeaway Sair.
Amazing fadeaway at that. He just barely missed getting caught by that ground pound. That was an immaculate play from Macheeete, but the Sair won't be enough just yet. But 1 more of them will do it if he catches him on the landing, fading away to see if he can get aggressive on landing.
Yo, Macheete's playing like a bow player, right? Like he's putting so much space between himself and the opponent, and he's like, I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna catch you with this downlight.
Oh, Superfoot wall is going on right now, just constantly getting kicked in the face and not knowing how it happened. And you feel goofy afterwards, but it's mostly just from this incredible play from Macheeete. And that 1 recovery will catch him. Decided not to commit to it, figured he had the jump read, but instead just backed off.
You know, but Neeze, side light, can't find the follow-up there. Macheeete just kind of a little too damaged for any of the traditional Axe follow-ups there. Down air, not quite enough. You saw him in position. That spot dodge was for the gravity cancel downlight, but Macheeete just hitting him out of it.
Now Macheeete has his turn back right here, just missing the nair to get the chase, and I like the whip toss immediately over there. He's gotten so much out of this stock. He's been on borrowed time for a while. He does finally get knocked out. But look at the damage he was able to apply before it finally happened.
And Neeze is going to be sticking with the Qatars, even primes the second pair. They worked kind of well at the start of the first stock, but now Macheete's got the gauntlets.
Ooh, trying to get the big anti-air snipe right there. I liked it. He doesn't really had a moment where it's been needed because it's mostly just boots getting everything done. But he has also done plenty with these gauntlets as well as avoid that side sig. You do not want to be grabbed right now.
Yeah, I mean, Neeze cannot afford to take any of those big hits. A side air might not do it unless it's right on this edge. Down light would have set up for it.
I think he's trying to line him up over on the side to get exactly that. I feel like he's kind of trying to walk Neeze to a corner, but Neeze looking for it instead gets reversed. He was able to at least put enough onto him, though, that I feel comfortable with the fact that he can answer right back with Revenge KO.
I don't know. He struggled a little bit to finish off that first stock, right? Like, Macheeete was in the red for a while there. Neeze, the recovery, not even enough to put him off the screen. Macheeete with the weapon denial. Recovery again. Macheeete still sitting on that second stock.
Macheeete trying to see if he can finish it all right now, looking for another share maybe at the ledge. He's going to catch him. Catch him one more time. Will that be able to line it up to a big play? No, but he's just racking up so much, and Neeze has just not had a solution to get back on safely.
Side light goes for the read there. Neeze with the punish. It's just a side light of his own. Again, the side light, side air. Neeze keeping this one close. Final stocks here. Orange to white. Neeze needs something big.
It's not done just yet. Neeze has a slim chance, but a chance still at that. The hope is still there to try and prevent what could be a 3-0, but Macheeete has been playing phenomenally, trying to get another W here against them, waiting for him to go up, gets the nair, trying to continue to chase, but like you said, there's nothing really to knock out that high up from any signature, so he doesn't have to fear that.
Neeze, he's burned so much there. He's disarmed. Macheeete with the boots gets the side air, and Macheeete is the EU Winter Champion.
What a phenomenal run for Macheeete up to this point. Everything about the boots just got the job done. The Sair at the ledge was just always what he needed, whether it be out of the D-Light or just a straight-up Sair read on its way up. But even though he didn't commit to a lot of those active inputs you said before, it doesn't matter. His simplicity was so good, and he gets to hold yet another first-place finish in quite some time here as he takes the EU Championships.
Yeah, he basically said, I don't need to go for these long extended strings or anything like that. Doesn't have to go for a read off the active input side air as long as he wins neutral enough times. And that's basically what happened. He hit downlight side air so many times.
Yeah, he was winning neutral repeatedly, and it's not the